Hi everyone, welcome to Feynman Flare. Today we are going to learn how to find out the values of these resistors by just looking at the color of their bands. So basically, in order to remember the color code, we basically look at this table. So over here, black is number 0, brown is 1, red is 2, orange is 3. You can read them if you want. But this can be quite a pain in the back to remember these. So in order to remember these faster, here is a sentence for you that you can use to remember this faster. Black beetle running on your garden brings very good weather. Basically, you just have to look at the first letter of these words. Black is obviously black. Beetles is brown. You can see running is R, which is red. On is orange. Your is yellow. Garden is green. Brings is blue. Very is violet. And so on. So, in order to actually find out the values of these resistors, first we look at the first band. The first band over here is brown. So, the first number of the value would be 1 because over here brown is 1. Over here is black, which means 0. So that's basically 10. But the third one doesn't tell you the next digit. It tells you the amount of zeros that are next. So basically over here is orange, and over here orange is equal to 3. That means that 1 0 and then 3 0. That makes 10,000 ohms. Over here, let's try this one. Over here is brown, so that's 1. And I believe that is another brown, which is 11. And then there's 3 zeros here, which makes 11,000. And then over here there's blue, so we go 6. And I believe that's an orange. So 6, 1, 61. And over here is, no, 63. And over here is orange. So that's 63,000 if I'm not mistaken. And yep, this is 63,000 ohms. And then over here there's brown, which is 1, and then 2 to 1200. And you could also write this as 1K2, or you could write this as 1200 ohms. And then over here we have brown, which is 1, black, which is 0, that's 10, and then there's another 0 over here, which is 100 ohms. And then over here there's a red, which is 2, brown, which is 1, 21, and over here is orange, which means 21,000. So now we will learn about the final bands of these resistors. The final band basically tells you the tolerance of the resistor. It's basically a range in what the actual reading is. Basically, it tells you how precise the resistor's reading is. So basically, 1% tolerance meaning a resistor with 100 ohm reading with a brown band at the end of like this means that the value could be 99 or 100 or 101, anything between these three. And without a band over here, without a band would mean that a 100 ohm resistor, its actual resistance would be either 80 or 100 or 120, anything between these three. So a brown band is 1%, a red is 2%, a gold is 5%, a silver is 10%, and no band is 20%. So it is heavily advised that you get a resistor with a brown band, which basically it makes the reading more precise. And a good mnemonic you can use to remember these is a big, raging, giants, sleeping now. I made this one myself. And it's quite humorous. And it's a little easier to remember. So, here are the questions I will be asking you for this. What will be the color code of a 1 ohm resistor? And what will be the color code of a 10 ohm resistor? I am not going to answer these questions. You're going to have to give me the answer in the comment section to see if you've learned this very well. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you found this video helpful. And I'll see you next time.